Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Victoria 2 with the Pop Demand mod installed, as well as the Concert of Europe sub-mod for the Pop Demand mod. It's weird with Victoria 2 modding because you have to get multiple mod levels deep to get good stuff. Anyway, I'm your lovely host, Galvin, and today we're going to be tackling this lovely set of mods, which immediately everyone will notice, hey, the Ottoman Empire actually currently controls Egypt as a vassal state and is red now, which bothers me to no end. It really should be green. Semantics aside, today we're actually going to be playing as the Sikh Empire. They're an interesting little state on the edge of India. Well, British India anyway. And they're one of the last holdouts against British imperialism in the region. And particularly interesting little thing. Other things to note in this mod include that the Qing Empire is more or less entirely filled. Shogunate Japan. I don't know, is that in vanilla? Maybe. I don't remember if that's in vanilla. It's been too long since I played vanilla. Ethiopia actually is split up into 3 countries, which is actually more historically accurate. Alright, since the Nugus and Gyes didn't happen until 1855? Maybe. And there are a lot of other little things and details you may notice. But first and foremost, we're going to be playing the Sikh Empire. So let's get to it then, shall we? And we'll go over why. The Sikh Empire is the only country in the world, first off, that has the Sikh religion as its primary religion. You'll notice Sunnis can convert despite being the vast majority. Hindus can convert. Mahayana can convert. The only that cannot are Sikh. They are actually our primary religion despite being 8.8% of our population. Oh dear. So, the first thing we have is the rule of the Maharaja. The Maharaja Ranjit Singh has united the Punjabi missiles under a single flag. He has formed a secular and tolerant state, one that has thrown off the Afghan yoke and resisted the encroaching imperialists. The future of the Sikh Empire is bright. So, we get a military man, which is our first minister, Western influences, and Shastra Vidya for the next long while. So, and now we have the ability to remove our first minister, which will unfortunately remove military man, but we're not going to do that. Military man is pretty good. We get Western influences, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing. We do start partially westernized, so hopefully I can avoid complete chaos and riots. And Shastra Vidya. Knowledge of the sword. Sikh martial art used in swordplay and horseback. Alright. So, here's our state. We have 36, we have 9, so that's 45,000. Yep, seems about right. Most of our army is a little understaffed right now, but we'll see what we can do. First thing, of course, we're going to crank up the taxes. Then we're going to see what we can fund. The answer is everything. In that case, I'm going to try and cut back taxes on the poor a bit. There. That should do okay. Alright. And we have 2 national foci to use. In addition, pretty much 90% of our population is in 2 regions. How convenient. Alright, that makes my life a little easier, I suppose. Now, we do have very shitty literacy. So, of course, the first thing we've got to do is encourage clergymen. Yeah, only 0.98% of the population is clergy. 2% is optimal. Yeah. And literacy. So get more clergymen, and we'll hopefully have a little more literacy to work with. And we can also pass the rights of man, which gives us a little bit of prestige and some populace consciousness. And every time we get one of them, we'll get the next one to appear here. Should be somewhere. New ideology. Yeah, ideological thought. And we lose the rights of man, but gain ideological thought. Basically, it's just a little thing tied to your tech progression in political thought. Now, first and foremost, actually, we need to get Malthusian thought. And we'll go into this. We can embrace the Pashtun culture if we have Malthusian thought, which will add Pashtun as an accepted culture. We actually get this for pretty much all the Afghano-Indian cultures. So, first and foremost, as we start civilizing, because we are an uncivilized nation, we're going to be doing the education system reform. This is, as far as I'm concerned, extremely good. It does, however, have a very hefty research cost, as do a lot of these. A lot of these. Oh well. That's okay. That is okay. For now, we need to let our forces regenerate. The UK will, of course, take their workshops of the world. And immediately, our first thing needs to be to annex Sindh. That will seal the British in India. Birth rate tumbles. Every child is precious. I'm not sure if that's really a good thing. We have a lot of people, and our population growth rate seems to remain at least positive. So a bit more education efficiency means at least literacy will rise. Oh, there goes the birth rate. Yep. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So, we have Rajat Singh right now. He's a gift from Israel, and he's one of the best leaders we can have. One of the greatest leaders. And I'm not sure if I want to keep him leading anything. That means he's at risk of death. And a risk of death is very bad. That will bring down the fury of the British on us. That much I guarantee. Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to balance things out a little here. So 27 to 18. We can move one more over. There we go. These are our reserves. They're not exactly ideal reserves, but they are reserves. Alright. Let's move south. At least we got that down to 16 at least. Could be worse, I suppose. The max is 22, so that about sums it up. Could do worse. I mean, infamy isn't too bad as long as we're uncivilized, so. It, however, does take a little while to get rid of all of this infamy here. We lose 0.6 each month, so it's not too bad. Alright. Yeah. Our growth rate being bad is less than ideal, though. At least we're getting more clergy. So it's important. A research point increases, and our rate of education increases. So I need to ensure that at all times... Okay, good. There's our Kaspili. That we need to get as much towards literacy as possible. Alright. They've got no one protecting them. As tends to be the case with most uncivilized nations. Actually, you'll lead. You lead the charge, get in there. I want to try and keep them separated. You know, minimize the amount of attrition damage we'll take. Sin's army seems to be pretty weak, actually. I was expecting that I'd need 40,000 men to beat them. Turns out they have 15,000. Alright. Well, this should be easy then. Alright. So, other locations we'll be after include here. All of this. Regardless of our cores, we'll be probably trying to take most of Afghanistan if we can. So that's capital region. Annoying. We'll need to liberate the Pashtuns anyway. Alright. Move them in there right away. Boom, boom, boom. And they just routed. Alright. A successful invasion, if I do say so myself. The big orange blob begins to rise. And holy fuck, are we poor. Okay. So that explains why we've been taking attrition damage. Suddenly education costs ballooned. That may have had something to do with that. It just keeps getting worse. Or is it war exhaustion? Maybe war exhaustion. I don't think we have that much, though. It's not really that much. Yeah. Hopefully it'll get a little better as this war comes to its end. Alright, propose peace. Proceed. Region is ours. And so the war comes to its end, and everything's suddenly a lot better. Gee, I wonder why. Try and keep funding. Costs of that are slowly going to increase over time, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about that. So Sind, sizable region, but it's okay. Alright, so as a Sikh Empire, we were primarily Punjabi. Now we have a new Sindhi minority. Which is alright. Again, we get Embrace the Sindhi. No good chain gang. No threat I can gain consciousness, that's fine. Alright, so we are at least positive in cash flow. Oh, wow. And a dictatorship slowly forms. They tend to happen in Latin America. Not much you can do about them. Alright. So, with how little infamy I have now, I suppose I go after Kalat. Kalat's actually two regions, unfortunately. They have one here in Kaladi Pashtunistan, which is important because this will get us access to Kandahar, which we will have to take from Afghanistan. You know, it bothers me. I need one Punjabi regular, please. And as per my usual luck, I get found out right away. The uncivilized state, you know, should be super easy to fabricate costs as Belize. Of course, no. Why would that ever happen? Oh well. Yeah. War exhaustion's evaporating this month, the last of it anyway. So. We don't seem to have that many soldiers. We have practically no one who's, you know, properly enforced here, which is concerning. A European military mission. Yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna need to do this proper. Like, we gotta go all in towards civilization here. If nothing else, all in towards getting Malthusian thought as quickly as possible. I always hate how this is in politics. I never think to check there. Alright. So, we start at least 40% of the way. We also do have the national value of enlightenment. Alright. So, 50% of the way to Kalat. Excellent. So, once we take from Kalat... Holy fuck, we are losing so many people. Oh, man. Not good. Luckily, I think at the rate I conquer, it's okay. Alright, so, then we'll have to take Kandahar. Kaladi Menace. And, like I said, we need to gather as much strength as we can. Because we are going to have to fight the British, like it or not. The British are a problem. And I mean, we are only one state away from the United Provinces, which is kind of good. does have a lot of people in this region. Like 2 million. That would actually make it the most populous region. Pashtunistan isn't really going to boost up at all. I think we own, yeah, Armorist Dog. That'd be nice to have as well. Oh well. Kalat actually is allied with Makran. That being Makran, I can't say I'm particularly concerned. Okay, let's move then. If there is no other ally that they have. Yes. We'll take Kaladi with Pashtunistan. This should be not much more than a minor conflict. Yeah. It's 5% win, so victory will not take long. Once these occupations are complete, I suspect we win. I don't know if they'll manage to organize quickly enough to fight us off. That occupation's nothing. So. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're able to organize quick enough. That should probably be enough. A very simple victory, but a victory nonetheless. Like I said, it is very important because this does get us access to the Kandahar region of Afghanistan. Not exactly the most populous region, but hey, it's something, right? And we have to keep conquering as much as possible because as an uncivilized nation, as we win wars, we actually gain research points from them. It's best to remember that. So, next up, Kandahar region. Do we have a truce with Makran? Yes, we do. Okay. So, Kalat and Makran are safe for now, which is probably for the best. We don't really have the capacity to do much with our infamy level as is. That lined up almost so badly in my head that I read that as Kalat Sikh Empire. I was like, what the fuck did I agree to? What? What? Oof, this gave me a good scare there, I'll say that much. Oh, jeez. Yeah, can down a little bit on administration as well. It's okay, though. Our daily research point count is increasing slowly. So, you know what? Not bad. Alright. Like I said, we need to get Malthusian thought and get more accepted cultures going. So, we now have the capacity to safely justify a war here. Acquire a state. Wonder what else. What could we liberate from them? Bukhara up there, I suppose. That's significantly less useful, though. I mean, it's part of the Kandahar region. Let's just take it instead. Oh, jeez. I need to gather pretty much all the power between me and Persia. And I'm tempted to start increasing relations there, but I feel like I'd be better off trying to increase relations with a European great power, such as France. Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, the Ottoman Empire is having its troubles, obviously. I doubt they'll be of much help to me. I have a couple of... You know what? I think the Qing Empire might be my way to an alliance. If I ally with the Qing Empire, I will definitely have more than enough firepower to overrun the British, who are stacking troops on my borders. Concerning. We'll have to watch out. Okay. Now, in the meantime, so we started our war justification? Yep. Good. Hey, for once this happened before we got discovered. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Alright. Military reform. This only gets me leadership modifier, so I'm not actually that interested in it, since we only have dudes and we already have generals, so... I'd rather do this. and gain the prestige. We need the prestige. We're actually losing prestige because we're uncivilized. So we need to get as much prestige as possible. That puts us into 8th place. 5.8 infamy. That's actually alright. I mean, we got through half of it. That's fine. Alright. The question is, can I support more troops? If I cut civil funding, sure. Let's just start with that. Cuts to civil funding should be expected in uncivilized states such as ours. So, our largest challenge yet will be Afghanistan. And I think we should have no problem conquering it in the end. Keep increasing relations with the Qing. We'll probably have to let our infamy get down before we can form an alliance, but they will not accept, yeah. I don't think they can even accept below 100 relations anyway. Insufficient relations, I would say. I have to form a little more. We are neighbors at peace, so it's slowly increasing. Good. And position of Kandahar. Alright. And over the border we go. No ally. So, it's just a 1v1. Head directly west. We'll see their army in Kabul, see what we're up against. Up against a pretty reasonable army. I think we're okay to... Oh, hello. I didn't see another army, did I? That's alright. Their army isn't organized yet, so let's take this advantage to get... Let's take this moment to build an advantage. Yeah. So I was going to say, like, they should help, but I just realized, no, they really don't have to. We've got this easy. Alright. Grass is rearranged. Move you guys into position. You guys are going to chase them down. We actually get the defensive bonus in Herat, which is enough to shatter them. Perfect. They're still less than organized, so I'm hoping that we can get them. Alright. Okay. They just evaporated. Sweet. Alright, so the Afghan armies are broken. Kandahar will be ours in no time. I really do hate how, like, battles don't give anything. Oh well. Like I said, we're just going to push for Kandahar. 5 provinces that we have to take. And we'll get to them all. Alright. Create a new unit. 5 and 3, so 8. That's odd. Didn't I have other guys too, or did they just kind of get obliterated at some point? Yes, they got obliterated. It looks like it. Because they're actually missing somebody. Oh well. Like I said, we're just going to focus on the occupation right now. Might throw a random troop on Kabul, because that will prevent anything from becoming a big problem. We have no money, and as such aren't actually paying everybody. That's to be expected, unfortunately. Which also means that we aren't regenerating any morale or anything. Also not exactly ideal. But, as I suggested before, I don't think it matters at this point. We've already won the war. So Kandahar will be ours. It is just a matter of time. Military intelligence spreads. Fuck. Gain 20 war exhaustion. That's not good. It's not good. Alright. Acquire Kandahar. That is probably for the best. That I make peace as soon as possible. Alright. So the Sikh Empire continues to grow. We'll want to finish annexing Kalat, Makran, and Afghanistan. Because combined, they will give us a ridiculous amount of power. We are closing in on the education reform costs. Just a few thousand more to go. Unfortunately, for the moment, we've actually run out of things to conquer. That's the real travesty here. As far as I know, we still have truce here until 42, so we got 3 years more or less until we can attack anybody. Might be for the best. Might be for the best. So, increase relations with the Queen. We are definitely a growing power here. Hopefully enough to stave off the British imperialism. Now, as I said, we actually have to kind of be careful here with Rajit Singh. He's important because he is actually the current king, as it were. A very good one. And unfortunately, our country will be thrown into chaos upon his death. Now, what seems to be the issue here? I would say it's probably war exhaustion. Probably. There. Let's try and get it under control here. Trying to keep spending low. Or at least getting a little bit here. Spending on construction. Yeah, you know, I don't think we can really afford to construct anything right now. So. I'm hoping that as our war exhaustion goes down, this will become less and less of an issue. I mean, right now it is, you know, tax efficiency minus 5%. That's not good. In Colombia. And so, United States of America versus the United Kingdom. Alright. Not bad to start, though. We've had a pretty okay start. All things considered. I mean, the growth rate one, that sucks. That sucks. Like, but it could be worse, you know? It definitely could have been worse. Yeah, 7,300. Alright, so we are still at least, yeah, we're still another... Like, I don't know. I don't know how far away we are. I can't count. I see the Russians have expanded their colony. Unsurprising. We could go northwards into Khiva. We definitely could. I'm just concerned about getting a border with the Russians. You see, the thing about the British is it's actually not too hard to fight the British. It's as strange as it is. Because Britain lacks what it has now. That is, like, the Suez Canal, for example. I'll keep that away. Britain lacks what it has, like, the Suez Canal like. So, while it may seem like we have to fight the entirety of the British Empire, the reality is we have to fight British India and maybe Oceania. There isn't much else to it. And the reason I'm being careful here and not going on the offensive is because that would draw in every one of these guys. That would overpower us. What I need is for them to come to us. Yes. Because we actually do have something. We do. Where is it? Demand retreat from India. The majority of India has been wrested from British control. The choice is upon us: either demand their retreat from the subcontinent, freeing all their vassals in the next land, or continue the war and only hope to achieve our current goals. British retreat may be result in chaos, and we certainly would not attain the war goals that we have in play, but at least we take the British out of the equation for years to come. So, if the British attack us, Delhi, Patna, Calcutta, Jabalpur, and Bombay. The question is, do they actually own all of these regions? Let's see. I need to look those up. Calcutta, I'm not sure about. Is that, okay, that's there. Alright. So yeah. When my king dies, the British actually do get casus belli on me. And they will probably end up using it. And I'll be using that as my moment to hopefully try and wrest control of British India. It seems the easy way. Because as far as I can tell, all of their stuff is more or less under control of themselves. So I wouldn't have to attack their vassals. Jabalpur, yeah. Where's Bombay? Bombay, okay. Yeah, so wresting control of British India can be done in a singular war if I can gain the upper hand on the Brits. Tricky part's doing that. A long drawn-out war is actually a very bad thing for me because eventually I will hit 100 war exhaustion. I need to find a way to reduce my maximum war exhaustion, which I don't know about. There it is. Yeah, no, we need that. This is important, because war exhaustion minus 5%. Once you get all this, the max you can get is 70% war exhaustion, which kind of makes sense how the Great War happened. But right now, as, you know, very much just a shitty backwater country, we can reach 100 war exhaustion, which causes our troops to no longer regenerate organization. Which effectively means we lose the war. We are not, you know, getting more regeneration. More organization, rather. And without any more organization, it's a lost cause, I'm afraid. They will eventually whittle us down. Alright, so 8,784. We're close. It will not be long now. The Ottoman Empire is requesting military access. The crisis, I suppose, is going through then. Well, of course I accept from the Queen. I see. Well, how did they... I don't know. Let's just improve relations and see what we can get done. Proceed. I'm gonna need somebody's support, even if it's the Ottomans. We'll see. We will see. Alright. Oh, hell no. That I can say with certainty. Oh, hell no. Fuck off, Britain. You get nothing from me. The USA actually doesn't like me, which is sad. On the plus side, it seems the fields of battle will decide. Like I said, that's okay-ish. If we went to acquire a core, unfortunately. Yeah. The Opium War. Holy fuck, the British. The British are in deep, yo. Like I said, I gave Queen access, so if they want to come through here, they're more than welcome. Jeez, the Brits are in deep with this. I wish I could attack, but... like... I would only attack if Queen was literally in the war with me at that point. Yeah. Like, the British are involved currently against China and the USA. That is a rough war for them. hopefully, at the end of it, they will, weakened, come to me and try and conquer me using that special casus belli they'll get. We can hope. We can hope. Alright. So, we're almost to our reformed education. 8840. Aww. Yeah, people got more reactionary. I'm gonna need allies in Europe. I can't just fight the British on my own. Well, I can, but it's a little trickier to do it on your own. There we are. The reformed education system. That gets us 50% westernization. But most importantly, gives us Malthusian thought. So, if nothing else, we can start by embracing the Pashtuns and the Sindhi. Which, you know, all good things. We now have Pashtun and Sindhi as accepted cultures. We can also change our idea to progress, which is something. But it really sucks. Oh, jeez. Like, everyday needs, like, it makes people really poor, but it just gives more research points. Loyalty, very good one. That's an RGO output increase and a militancy decrease. Which I think we're okay with right now. We're actually managing to be okay. Despite Western influences. Alright. We'll need to gather up more research points and start pushing our way through, I suppose. The research point bonus when conquering is 25%. That's worth it then. We'll have to get that. Or do we want to start doing other things? Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. But, one thing I can say for sure is we still have a lot to conquer here. Tell me, when do we have a truce ending with you? 44? Okay. We have absolutely no infamy right now, so this is why I'm trying to be diplomatic about things. I mean, invading Persia is possible. We apparently have more military power than they do. But I don't think we need to go that far into Persian territory to get all the power we need. Turkmenia, Uralisk. Perhaps Turkmenia. Again, I'm just concerned about sharing a border with the Russians. Yeah, at least now we have pretty good cost. I believe we have to go liberate the Pashtuns. Yeah. I'm hoping at some point we'll be able to also start accepting Baluchi culture and various other cultures that we'll run into here. Like I said, I really wish I could go on the offensive against Great Britain right now, but I know I can't. Yeah, 200 relations with the Qing Empire. 200. The British has very good relations with me. Acquire core. Okay. They can come at me. They can come at me. But we'll have to be careful about that. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end our first episode here. We've managed to expand ourselves into a tolerant and proper state. We have 5.5% literacy, which is a pretty big jump for one episode. We jumped 20% this episode, guys. Actually closer to 25. Hey, Gondor. You appear to be taking over everything here. They have the ability to attack each other since they all have core. So it's not surprising that somebody will win out pretty quick. Egypt is free, with a much more historical looking thing to the original Victoria. Wallachia and Moldavia are still in existence. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look for a friend. Perhaps. Well, we don't have any diplomatic power right now. It does kind of suck being uncivilized and not getting any. But on the plus side, we have a lot of prestige. A lot of people hear good things about us, even in Europe. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been your lovely, lovely host, Calvin, signing off. Done.